think I still remember and very enjoy the process for, for developing the first draft for the UNESCO recommendation, where when we talk about living in harmony and agree by Japanese and Korean friends, when they have their version of Japanese wa and also the Korean version in their culture. I'm also very glad to interact with my colleague Emma Ruckhamp, talking about Ubuntu and interconnectedness from deeply rooted into, several hundreds of years ago, getting back to African philosophy and the commonalities among living harmony here. And the sad part is, as people know, that we change living in harmony to living peacefully during international negotiation. I could understand the necessity saying that there are many people who don't understand the difference between harmony and peacefully. But to me, that I think harmony is in the process of optimizing the symbiotic society, while living peacefully is, to some extent, the world stay as a peaceful world, but we don't move things forward as expected for optimization of the relationship among people. So I think that's the difference. But I think still that's the unique contribution maybe from non-Western values that could be added to future, the future proposals for global recommendation. I think we'll still keep trying from non-Western values, especially Asian and African values that can be added. And also, I'm very sad to talk to people when dearest friends start the conversation like this. So, we like you very much, but although we are very different. And I would like to stop any time when people say, although we are very different. So I wanted to use this opportunity to say that, let's say for the UNESCO World Heritages, it's not talking about, I think to me, it's not talking about only about diversities. It's also talking about how people connect and how history, how cultures are connected with each other. So this is why we developed the cultural interactions engine to show the commonalities of different cultural heritages. And when you have the connections among different cultural heritages, you will appreciate the differences. People appreciate the differences for cultural heritage, learn from each other from the cultural side, but for practical implementation of developing a sustainable AI, people forget about these appreciations. So that I think that's something which is really need to be changed. I wanted to go back to what Denis talked about, the partners, quasi-members, and members of the Society for Future AI. And the Eastern society, the Western society is going to tools which Denis also discussed a lot in previous years. And in sci-fi, we go to competitors. Well, the real future is really in this triangle, but we have to learn that if we really want AI as a member or quasi-member of the society, now we're using pretty much the same technology to develop intelligent tools and to develop partners. I think this is really problematic. So I like the Japanese trying on partners, but I also see the technical problems for using some deep neural network technology to develop partners. So where to me, I think it could be, not into the right direction to develop partners. But I think let's keep this open for cross-cultural dialogues, and also actually invite the Western experts to discuss whether we should use the current technology to develop partners, or we need another way to start things from the very beginning, and also how to avoid to develop competitors to humanities. Are there any risks if we are going this way? Last but not least, I wanted to bring this picture to you. that is my picture to the future AI as beneficial living becoming for symbiotic society, where I think if the AGI or super intelligence really super in cognitive abilities compared to human, then I think altruistic behaviors from AGI could also, surpass the human level. It will be very difficult for the current human, to be this trying. I think many people can classify themselves as gentlemen, but in the traditional Chinese history or Asian or Indian history, still people are very difficult to reach the level of Confucian exemplar person, or the Buddhism Buddha, and also the Taoism man of pure soul. These are, really the Superman in the human history. Where if we really foresee AI as a member or quasi-member of the society, if we, as selfish human beings, maybe we wanted AI not as enemies. We wanted them as partners, as Danit and Japan was talking about. And also, if we really wanted them to be not a risky trying, like what Elon Musk said, or Hawkins said, maybe a way to develop AI, future AGI, as altruistic tryings, as example of person or Buddha or gentleman, would be much better than a machine without a self, without emotions. And that could be much better. Maybe still open for the discussion. Maybe for next year. So my last slide is this: is the sustainable symbiotic society, where we have, of course, the human, but now as an ecology-centric or cosmos-centric view, that living AI as a member, animals, plants, with AI as a tool, as a supporting infrastructure to enable everyone in this context. Maybe I would be too optimistic for this, but I think this should be a dream for future dialogues and the future preparations for a more symbiotic society.